Hey there, Internet. Keeve here, and welcome to the Lawns with Keeve YouTube channel. In this video, we're going over edger blades, and it's not something I was expecting to do as a video so soon, but I had the scheduled for when this video releases to have the Celsius and Certainty Weed Killer update, but I need more time on that. I need another week of results. 10 days I don't think is enough. A lot of stuff has happened in the last day or two. It was a hot dang day today, and this looks like there's some storms coming in now, so I had the hat on. I look sweaty. I just figured I got to put this out. On these edger blades, I bought 4 different types, and I've been buying the Ryobi kind for years at Home Depot. I never really looked anywhere else. Every time I went to Home Depot, I bought a 3-pack. 3-pack's 35 bucks. That's a lot of money. I just thought about it. It's like, it's $11 a piece. And I go through a lot of these because I have a lot, and I mean a lot of concrete edges all the way down the street that way, all the way up front, all the way around. There's 12,000 square foot a yard, but there are 2 driveways and a lot of concrete from the porch, everything. So they get wore out really quickly. And I've always been using these. And once they get to a certain point, well above the wear indicator hole, they are no longer really effective. Like, it curves out and it just doesn't really cut deep. And then when I adjust the wheel on the edger to allow the blade to dig deeper, the edge of my grass, the thickness of it gets kind of in the way. So it just doesn't work right. Like this one, they got different sounds. This makes a ting sound. So when you're using it, it makes that ting sound all the way on all the concrete. These are a little more of a solid sound. This one does really well and actually wore the least out of all of them as well. So I'm going to show you some up closes where we'll show the original and the one next to it to see how much was wore off after one run around the whole yard. We'll also go around, we'll find some spots, and I'll show you the different blades and how they work on the edge. Maybe not as much footage as I would like to show. I already edged today. I wasn't expecting to film this, but I had to make that pivot real quick for the weed killer video. So let's get into showing these a little bit closer. So I barely have any room. I have a huge setup of pressure washers and stuff for the other channel. They're all set up. So I don't have my table. I don't have anything to work off of. This is the edger that I use. And you know, it's a plate, has a plate on this side, and then you know, a bolt goes in the opposite direction. This one is lefty tighty, righty loosey. And these are 8-inch blades with 1-inch diameter inner bores. So let's go over wear real quick. You can see the difference between a brand new blade and a one-time use blade, at least on mine. For some people, they may be able to use it 5 times before they ever come down to wear it down this much. But that's just the way it is. But we can see them side by side. So you can see there is very little wear at all. It's just kind of sharpened the edge. I don't even think we've even had a millimeter taken off. And here's that blade before, and here's that edger blade afterwards. And I really like that because this kind of swoops out this way. So when this gets cut, this edge is sharp, but it also still has a nice sharp edge this way. Some of them, you know, the edge cuts in and it creates a smooth edge around it. It doesn't cut as well. This digs way better. And then having this slit here helps. And then obviously having this and having 4 blades, I think just against the grass, it just cuts the grass better. Now this is the blade I wound up not using. Specifically, like I said, because of that flared edge. See how it bends out? So when you're cutting this way, these edges are going to be contacting concrete because it's coming this way. The edger is cutting, and that's supposed to kind of help dig out a channel, more or less, like it help free grass or whatever. But I just felt like I didn't want this wide of a cut. I just want this wide of a cut. So that's why I never used it. So these are a 2-pack that I bought that are a lot like the Ryobi, but they're kind of powder coated. They're not painted like the Ryobi, and they have 1 extra set of teeth on the edge. The Ryobi just has this piece in the middle like this, but this is very short for theirs, and they just added an extra tooth out here. The Ryobi is kind of like the other one when it comes to that bottom edge. It's that extra tooth at the top, which I really like. That extra tooth really helps in the cut. So these actually wore exactly the same. As you can see, they're side by side. But the difference is this one, because of how it's cut, the edge to me is a better cutting edge. The Ryobi edge, see how it's kind of smoothed out and it angles inward. This one angles outward. So as it's being used down to this point, I just feel it's way more effective. There's definitely way more metal taken off on these though. Like I said, the Ryobi is a 3-pack, 35 bucks at Home Depot. These were a 2-pack for $10. So $5 a piece for these blades. I would buy these blades every single day over these Ryobi blades. I don't know why I ran with the Ryobi blades for so long. As much as I am into wand equipment, the edging just wasn't. I just grabbed a blade and I would use it till I couldn't really tell a difference, and I just throw another one on there. Like I said, go to Home Depot and I buy a 3-pack. I didn't think about the options. But now with the channel and stuff, I'm thinking about ideas for videos. You know, I went ahead and grabbed some more to show. I forgot what the price was on these, but these are about like $7 or $8 a piece in a 2-pack for these. And then these came as a 2-pack for about what, $14, $13, $14. So about like $6.50 or $7 a piece for these cross pattern. I really like these. I really do. This is my favorite of the group. So let's go ahead and put these on and show you at least some edging with them. Maybe you can hear that sound. I'm talking about that tinging sound. And the price per blade being slightly more than the $5 for the other ones, I think is well worth it because, like I said, they wear a lot less. I'll put that on there like that. These Ryobis come with this little rod right here, and you have to find that slot right there. And then that slot hits the screw, and then you have some resistance. Like I said, this is the opposite, so the bolt goes on this way. This takes a 3/4 inch. And you see how it's spinning this way. You can even hear the ting. We got some rain coming in, it looks like, based off the sky, so we gotta get this done. As you can see, this is the area where it's thicker and it's above the sidewalk. So when I lower the wheel, the edge of the plastic catches on this higher edge of the grass, and it just doesn't allow me to use it very well. So I always have to prematurely change out my blades. So you hear that tinging sound. It's definitely different. I wonder if it's a different metal overall compared to the other ones, or if it's just slightly thinner. I think it's just slightly thinner overall, but it makes, I can even tell just now versus the Ryobi, the cut, it's a little bit better. So we'll show in the front yard out here. I think I'm just going to show this one blade because this is my favorite blade. This is the one I'm going to use from now on. I'm not even going to use the other ones. The other two kind of act the same, the Ryobi and the other one. This one's just different. I like it. I don't know if it captures it on camera or not, but it is definitely a tighter edge with this blade versus the Ryobi blade and the other blade. The edge of the grass is great, but it doesn't interact with the pine straw the way the single blades ones do. It tends to throw the pine straw up and out all over the place, and the other ones tend to keep it a little bit closer, but the other ones do tend to pull in and wind up the pine straw. Sometimes that will stall out the unit. You'll have to pick the strands out. This one doesn't do that, so I forgot to mention that actually may be better overall, but the cleanup, the debris cleanup for this is a lot more because I'm hitting pine straw and it's just throwing it like 3-4 feet out into the yard. So I think overall I can get over the fact that it throws the pine straw, because one thing I didn't mention earlier as well is it being the cross pattern. It stays in the channel easier. And I don't know if many of you know, when you come to an edge like this with an edger, a single blade, if you hit a rock or something, it can make the unit bounce up. And then when it comes back down, you can wind up catching grass and then gouging into your grass, not staying on line, sometimes veering offline. This one seems to stay in the channel a little bit better, and it doesn't kick up and down. Now, this is an area where this blade really shines because this grass is really, really tight and thick, but it's close to the same level as the driveway. It doesn't sit above the driveway. This is from my wife going in the garage, driving through here over and over and over again over the years. I've sanded it and gotten it back up, but it's definitely lower. You can tell from the weight of the car kind of pushing grass up this way that there's a little mound. So this area right here, it doesn't do so well with the Riley blade, but this one, it does pretty well. Like I said, I used the Riley blade this morning. I'm sorry I did not film that. Even coming back behind, I just edged like 3 hours ago. Look at the difference. Like this, I don't know if you can tell by camera. I don't know if you really can or not. But the defined edge is just, it's so much better. Now, obviously, if you cut back to back, your second cut's probably gonna be better than your first. But just from experience that first come around, I was pretty surprised at how well this cuts. I thought it was going to be worse because I thought there wasn't enough gap between the edger blade coming through. But it still digs really good. Now, this to me is another area that this blade shines compared to the others, because like I explained earlier, that it stays in the channel easier and doesn't bounce off of, say, these rocks or anything easier. This one just goes in here in this little line. Yeah, that line is just tighter. Like I said, this just gives you how much idea of how much concrete contact my edger blade gets. Not just on the pine straw islands of rocks, but against the road. Here, all the way up the driveway, that side of the driveway, all the way up the street, and on the other side of the front of the house, you saw there's another driveway there. There's even more edge frontage. Now, I haven't measured it, but it is a lot of concrete. Thunder. But yeah, man, I like the edge. Well, we are getting some much needed rain. I've been using a lot of water from the water company. It has not rained in a month here. It's been in severe drought, but now the forecast looks like 50% chance of rain every day for the next 2 weeks. So now we're on fungus watch. You know, I did measure, and 525 feet of concrete edging. And then a total of 998 feet. The title will say 1,000 feet. 998 feet total of all edging. And this is my favorite by far. Like the cross pattern, like I said, the only negative that I've seen, 2 negatives maybe, is it's a little bit louder because the tinging metal sound that it has against the concrete is much higher pitched than the other ones. But I mean, it's an edger. And I said the positive is that it stays in the channel more. So I'm wondering, with all this extra surface area, with the extra set of blades, all the cutouts, that while it's in those channels, that it's clearing them better. And that's why the debris is going further. Maybe it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. I do notice that I think my edger may be slightly off balance, maybe a little wobbly, because when the blades hit the concrete, it isn't a constant sound. It's a skipping sound. So these are pretty straight. So I'm just wondering if maybe it's off balance a little bit. I'm getting wet, but I don't care. It feels amazing. So per blade, less than the Ryobi, a little bit more than the other one that was $5 a blade. These are probably $7.50 a blade, but much longer lasting. And I can't believe after years, even decades using those. I never changed up the blades. This YouTube channel has gotten me wanting to go into review mode, so I went down the rabbit hole on Amazon. I will say that those of you with 9-inch blades, there's more variety of 9-inch blades. There aren't that many available in the 8-inch range and with a 1-inch diameter. Like I said earlier, I already used the Ryobi blade today. I used the other one the other day. I just didn't feel like even using it because I felt like this one is so much better than they are. And I know how they work. You saw how much more they wore down after one usage. And after one usage, their blade, their teeth aren't as effective. This is still almost 100% effective after the first run. So there you go. You can check the links below for anything in the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Link to my main channel, my car detailing channel is there as well. Links to Keith merch is there as well. I'm actually not wearing the merch. I don't know why I'm pointing at it. I don't have Adidas merch. So there you go. I'll see you in the next video. Where do I stand? Is right here good? Is right here good? Am I good? So then I bought, jeez, that cut me right in the stomach, because this has these flared up. So these are some other ones. So these are some, so these are, so both of these wear actually about the same. So these actually wear about, oh my God, just focus right there. So these actually wore exactly the same. Be nice if it had a battery in it, wouldn't it, you dumbass?